and everything they got there is always at a good price. It's at Douglas and Hillside. Anytime you need some booze, get on down to Orange. Great food today from Papa C's food truck, Papa C's barbecue.
Yeah. I had a little brisket, Mac. That was good.
I just ate straight brisket today. We went down, didn't we, Annie?
Yeah, you went about a half pound of brisket.
Yeah, we went straight brisket today.
It was good.
Whiskey Dick's definitely an Aaron Austin show favorite. Get out there anytime. They have specials every day on food and drinks. They got happy hour from 3 to 6. And how many whiskeys they got in that place, Aaron?
I think they have the most whiskeys in town. And every Monday you can do any whiskey under $25 a shot for half price.
I think there's 700 plus in that building or something like that.
Probably so. Our longtime friends, the Rusty Nail, has started a new breakfast menu, and I hear the biscuits and gravy are killer.
Yeah, so if you get a chance to get out there, 7 to 11, Monday through Friday, they're now serving breakfast, and as always, hammer time 4 through 7 o'clock. Get out there.
So Mopix is just north of Weston Central in the old Game Exchange building.
And there's really, you can find a little bit of everything from collectibles to Pokemon cards to action figures to video games. They have a lot of cool stuff in there, and you can also get art by Stephanie Nash. Make sure you check out Mopix and everything else. PK Pest Management. For all your pest control needs, get with Austin or contact 316-305-7108. And it's also fly season, so if you need that fly spray, get with me.
On Tuesdays, you can usually find the Aaron and Austin Show hanging out at the Cowboy Inn. It's one of our favorite sponsors. Every Tuesday, they have an open mic there hosted by Jacoby Lee Winter.
So get down and check us out on Tuesday nights and check out the Cowboy Inn all the time.
Be sure you visit the Jukebox on Seneca and Walker. They have great daily drink specials and karaoke and live music on the weekends. So go check out the Jukebox.
Boom. Stress.
Okay.
It's still showing.
Nothing stressful. It's a podcast. Everything's good.
It's Tuesday. It's still our favorite day of the week.
Wonderful.
It's our favorite day of the week.
So
We always have awesome stuff going on. I hope everyone got a chance to catch the autism awareness podcast that we just did 20 minutes ago.
we kind of had to squeeze that one in, but it's an important subject. And,
So yeah, get with God, do something for the TISM. What are they called?
Together for the TISM.
I knew you'd remember. This guy remembers band names and everything. So shout out to everybody who made it out to the Neon Run and Time and Space Show, and both shout out to those bands as well. We had a lot of fun this weekend with that. Shout out to all our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. You guys know who you are. You just heard it all go down. We're working on a fundraiser coming up for the Aaron and Austin show. So we don't quite have a venue for that, and
we're working on things.
We got some coming up for that. So, but we want to finish this kitchen. I don't know if you guys saw over the weekend. We got a lot of work done with that kitchen.
So close.
And we're really proud of that. And there's a lot of opportunity with that and for the cooking and restaurant community here in town to kind of come showcase their talents.
I kind of want to give Fert the Foodie a platform to show all the weird junk he eats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, just the weird, crazy stuff he eats.
But dude, I don't want to get into it.
So
I don't want to get into it. Yeah. Bert is an explorative. Yeah, and a tank. I mean, I'm surprised. I've watched that man eat. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Bert's awesome. So shout out to Jeremy. Check out Unhinged after this. She's putting on local. So if you get with her show and internet radio of some sort, and follow her and follow Unhinged.
She's super unhinged, so it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, and she's featuring female artists this week. So we parlay that right into hello, female artists. We've been trying to get you on for the show forever, so glad. Thank you for coming in.
Forever.
Yeah.
I feel like
The
I
amazing
got one
Savanna
message
Chestnut.
about it. Did you send more than one that I missed?
I went to you for. I went to your business page first, and then I went to you, and it got faster. So.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
It was early. Like it wasn't like I harassed you for months and then you. It was like I reached out early and you were busy.
I don't remember.
And I just kind of waited.
Him.
No, you didn't.
And I have ignored some people.
No, you actually did.
On my music page especially.
You actually didn't.
Well,
you reached out. We didn't have a time for it back then, and we were still. This was still like in the Monica house transition days. This was
and to be fair, I think that was right after The Voice had happened, and I'm sure your inbox flooded after The Voice.
Yeah, it got weird for a little bit. But.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm sure. So go ahead, introduce yourself real quick before we get too far.
Okay. I'm Savanna Chestnut, and I'm a country singer-songwriter from Americus, Kansas originally. I've moved around a lot. I've been playing music full-time for the past 7 or 8 years. I've been playing music in general for about 15 years now.
Awesome.
It's been a journey. So.
How's the full-time thing treating you?
It's a love-hate relationship for sure.
Yeah, I believe that.
Is it the traveling that sucks the most?
There's a lot of aspects of it that suck. There's a lot of cool things about it too. But yeah, the traveling gets rough. It can also be really fun because you're getting to go to new places.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more the traveling is getting old.
Shut up. I know. It's
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
Like when
I got the same from you.
Yeah.
That's how it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, because like when you're 21, you're like, hell yeah, I'll drive to Montana tomorrow and go play a show and for $200 and then drive home the next night because you guys won't get me a hotel room. I'll do that.
And I'll be in Montana. That'll be super awesome. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then you've seen Montana, and now I'm 30, and I'm like, I've been there already.
Yeah.
You know?
Glacier National Park is really cool. I'm not spending $3,000 there.
Yeah, you get pickier. You get pickier, and you need to because you start facing burnout. You gotta start getting pickier.
So where are you from originally?
Americus is my hometown.
Americus?
It's out near Emporia.
Yeah, that ain't a place hardly. What is that?
Is
it like you and your family live there?
No, it's like maybe 900, 1,000 people.
And it's closest to Emporia?
It's pretty close to Emporia. Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in the little trailer park out there, and that's the town I've spent the most time in so far ever since I left home. I was 19 when I moved out of home, so since then I haven't spent more than maybe 2-3 years in the same place.
Yeah.
And I just hop around.
So at 19, where was the journey first? Were you headed to play music?
Nashville.
I
had the big Nashville plan. Yeah.
Did you make it to Nashville?
I did. I lived in Nashville for about 3 years.
So how was that? So you're 19 years old and show up in Nashville?
Yeah. What was your experience?
I ain't even letting you gloss over that. How did that
go?
go?
So I had this little high school job at the cafeteria in Emporia and the college, and I just saved up money doing that. I saved a couple $1,000. I loaded up my truck with my few belongings, drove to Nashville, got a cheap apartment, learned a lot of life lessons really quick because when you're going from a little town to a big city like that, I mean, we were kind of broke growing up, so we didn't even really travel much, and I had no idea. I mean, I hadn't lived alone, and I also hadn't even really been in a big city before for the most part. And so there were I remember my first couple days there, I got a fat parking ticket because I thought public parking meant free everywhere. No, it doesn't in Nashville. So you
So where are you at in your music? So where are you at as a 19-year-old in your music career as you decide to move to Nashville? Are you got some experience singing original songs? Are you covering songs? Like, what are you doing in your music career to makes you jump?
I had written a lot at that point. I started writing even before I could play guitar. So I took guitar lessons when I was about 13 or so. And I had been writing songs in my little kid journal before that. Awesome. And then I learned like a couple chords on guitar, started writing songs. So I'd written quite a few songs. They weren't good or anything, but I wrote
still
some
writing
songs.
And
I was already started writing.
And was it like poetry and
Kind of. It was kind of always more
songs. You heard the music. You
heard
the music.
Yeah.
So did you have somebody musically in your life, or were you at school or church or none of that?
No.
You just had music in you.
I just loved it. Yeah. Nice. I just always loved music.
And I like that you started from not an instrument. You started from the music, writing and singing part of aspects of it.
I remember I would listen to songs on the radio as a kid and would sing along, and then I'd be playing out in the yard. I'd always be singing to myself, and I would think, but that song should have gone this way. It would have been catchier. Right. And this is me as a little kid, like
producing.
I know, like no, it should have gone like this. Yeah,
rewriting. It's like, God, why didn't you use this word here? Yeah. For real. I used to do that when I was a kid too.
So when you went to Nashville, what were you looking for? What were you hoping to find?
Oh, I don't know. I never said out loud, hey, I want to be a big star or anything like that. I think that was always kind of the hope. And I guess I didn't know anything about the music business. I just knew everybody said you have to go to Nashville if you want to do country music. So I guess I was just looking to see what I could find and see what I could learn. And I certainly did learn a lot.
Well, what did you find when you got to Nashville? What was your experience?
Met so many cool people. Learned a lot about the business really fast. It's heartbreaking, but it's informative. You know, I always say Nashville's kind of where dreams go to die. You know,
Yeah.
it can be anyways. I mean,
I was at Branson.
Same
was
shit
where-
happens to movie business in LA.
yeah,
Same shit happens in
It
the movie
happens
business
to
in LA.
everybody.
You get there and you go, oh, all right, maybe I'm
Yeah.
not talented enough.
It's
to
a
be
good
here.
wake up call. For a lot, it's kind of where their journey ends because they're like, okay, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and it's going to be a lot harder even than I knew it was going to be hard, but you really have no idea.
Yeah, I'm sure you got to set your heels in and really. I mean, it's 10,000 hours, like everything. So
I guess the hardest thing for me was I had always had this kind of naive thought of if I just have the talent and I put the work in, that's all. That like everything will align perfectly at some point.
Yeah,
It should be that.
Should be that.
But it's not that. And so realizing that was pretty heartbreaking, but it didn't make me quit. So
what was the first turning point? Like, I'm sure you get there, you get a space, and you're trying to just make it. You get a job, and you're working a little job. What's the first little break you get? You finally get it. Are you doing open mics and stuff like that?
I did a lot of open mics. I did you meet some folks through that, and then you do some writers rounds. I did a little local contest, a little singer-songwriter contest.
Kind of like a showcase type of thing?
Yeah. And I did decent in that, and then I got some bookings off of that. I remember at this point, I'm still 19, 20. Most of the I didn't know this when I moved there, but all the bars in Nashville are 21 and up. Back home, you could still get in a bar if you're 18, just say extra hand,
and you can't drink. Right.
But so I wasn't even able to get into a lot of these places to network and meet people and stuff. And I got
perform.
Yeah, they booked me at a show at one point, kind of down on Broadway, and I showed up and I'd hired a band and everything. The night of, they wouldn't let me in because I was 20 and not 21.
God. That had to be.
And I was like, I'm gonna be on stage. You can watch me. I'm not gonna drink. They're like, yeah, we won't let. And the manager wouldn't even come outside.
Well, some state laws are different.
It was so shitty.
Yeah, I just love the people.
It was just shit. I mean, they didn't even have the courtesy to come out and speak to me about it. They just had the bouncer be like,
no,
doing the bouncer thing. No.
Especially you hired a band and everything. So.
I know. I had a whole group of people. It was kind of embarrassing, but we ended up setting up on the street and just playing for a little while, and then we all went home.
You got to do what you got to do. I mean, that's what it is.
So we're still doing everything single at that point. You're doing, but this was a band. Were you hiring bands?
Yeah, just random people that I met.
And so
everybody can.
What's that process like? Do you just hand them your music and be like, "Fucking show up," and here we go?
Well, you made a demo. You have some songs that you're trying to play, and so you're handing files.
Would you practice with them?
I don't know if I had recorded my little demo by that point or not yet.
Everybody
is so good out there. They kind of can just show up and play. They prefer it if you have charts. But I am not smart enough musically to do charts. So and Nashville has its own chart system.
I don't even know what charts are. What are charts?
Yeah.
What the fuck are charts? Tell us.
It's a special system where you can hand like any backup player, your guitarist, drummer, whatever hired for the night, you can hand them like a sheet full of charts and they'll just be able to play with you based on that.
Is it like shorthand? Like
kind of.
And people write these all differently.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody kind of has their own way. I learned this slash chart system to where it's like
so you guys can pick those up and kind of play with somebody if you look
little
at
bit.
them?
Yeah.
How long does that take? How long does it take you? An hour? You can look at it and figure it out.
Well, I mean, ideally, you should be able to do it off the cuff.
Really?
Yeah. Ideally, we can be on stage and I would just read.
Yeah. Well, it's a different system for
How do you flip
the
through them
backup
while you're
players
sitting there
out there.
fucking playing?
Well, you lay them out. There's like going to be probably
They just
3
have,
pages.
they have like their page. They want you to give them, and now anymore it's probably an iPad on a stand, which I
You
hate.
ain't wrong.
I hate that.
I hate seeing it. I hate watching it live.
But a lot of the guys out there, if you didn't go out there to be a singer songwriter like I did, you're a guitarist, a drummer, whatever. You're trying to play with as many people
gig work.
in the same day as you can. So
Yeah.
you're not going to be doing practices and wasting your time with that. You want charts. You want them to just be able to tell you like, here's the material, and then you show up and play. They give you your money. You head on to the next.
You fucking musicians are talented people. I swear. Because here's
all different.
We got this. Let's do it. Boom! I got your new song. Let's go.
That's them. I can't do that. That's them. That's not me.
So did you pick up the guitar in this process? You said you did a little earlier.
Yeah, I play. I've played guitar since I was about 14. I'm not amazing at it by any stretch. I'm a rhythm player. I strum. I write. That's my main things. I write.
You play enough guitar for you to write the song that we're all going to fill in later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's all I cared about.
Yeah.
I could have by now. I certainly could have put more time into being a better guitarist, but my interest lies in singing and
in the
songwriting.
writing.
Well, I think it's smart to pick one and go with the one that you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see how strumming and knowing enough about a guitar would help you write, kind of get you fill in the stuff, and then you can, pass that off to that guy that's been playing. That guy's been playing fucking guitar forever and knows everything. You can let him handle it.
Yeah.
Especially in Nashville, there's a couple guys that are on every session. If you pay the money, you get the dream team.
Yeah, the good studios have a lot of the same guys that they have. But the problem with that is then it kind of all starts to sound cookie cutter.
Well, that's what
so
happened.
The same sound.
I mean,
and I don't want that.
When you hire these band members, how much control do you have? You kind of just be like, hey, I want to make sure you do it like this and this.
Well,
depends on the situation.
Really?
A lot of times you're paying by the hour. So, am I getting anything within the hour, or do I cut you loose?
It is
right
usually
here?
an hourly rate, and those guys know what they're doing. It's going to depend on the personalities you're working with. It's going to depend on if you're independent or with a label, because in that case, there's going to be other people who have say in what's going on.
Yep.
If it's just you, you have some more power.
So how to progress in Nashville? Where'd you get to? You're hiring bands, you're doing gigs. You're still young. You're 19, 20 years old.
I was still young. I was waitressing.
Proud of you for running across the country from a place I've already forgot where you're from.
Americas. I played there, so I actually know.
I was so eager to just go get out and see the world. I was excited to do it. But I did hate the big city. I've discovered that over the years after trying to live in multiple.
It's a weird energy
I'm not a
in
city
big cities.
person.
I like being there, but I want to live in it.
And
I like living on the outskirts.
I would say it's good for a weekend.
Well, I like the energy of a big city's awesome. You go to a big city, the multiple venues, the people are out doing stuff. There's cool.
A lot to do.
But it's very taxing on you too as well.
And one of the things that I learned about Nashville was the business kind of really just it's pervasive, and it kind of ruins the fun of a whole lot of otherwise cool situations.
The business squashes the art a little bit.
A little bit.
There's very much two sides to Nashville. So I discovered this when I lived there. There's kind of the Broadway Music Row type area where it's very much let's write a hit. Yeah. Let's be commercial as possible. Let's get this done. And then there's East Nashville, which is very, very hipster. And it was like anything that you do to try to be cool is fucking not cool. And so
you gotta do not cool shit to be cool.
Basically, yeah. And so my goal was always to try to ride a fine line somewhere in the middle where I'm being authentic, I'm being myself, but I'm not being so terribly obscure that it's not marketable, but I'm not being so marketable that it's boring and bland, if that makes sense.
It's hard to blaze a trail in Nashville.
It's smart to see you recognize all of those fence lines you got to walk. You got to try to stay unique, but not be commercial. And,
right.
I mean, and try to be true to yourself, but also play the game a little bit. I mean, I'm sure that was a lot to learn as a 20-year-old.
It was a lot to take in.
So definitely. Was this the environment that landed you in The Voice? Did you do that from Nashville?
No. So I did the Nashville thing for 3 years. I ended up getting offered a record deal out of Kansas City.
Very cool.
With a label that then crashed 3 months later. And
what was the label? Do you mind saying?
It was called Little Class Records. Okay. I got contacted by the guy who was in charge of it then. He kind of, from what I understand, he was my main contact the whole time, and then he later sort of abandoned the deal. And then nobody else was gonna really be able to take the reins or wanted to take the reins.
We had us. Okay, never mind.
You getting your ice for your drink.
Yeah.
So I came back to Kansas to work with the label, but it was also just a good excuse to leave Nashville because by then I was really not
kind of over it.
I was not enjoying it there. I kind of turned into a really angry person, and I saw what was happening to me and didn't want to be that way. And it might have just been who I was at that age too, but the city wasn't helping. It was very overstimulating. I was frustrated and tired and pissed off all the time. And
it sounds like you just started the fucking hustle. It just was not.
I was also waitressing for those 3 years in a tourist bar, and that'll piss you off pretty fast.
What's a tourist bar?
Tourists are the worst.
Oh, a tourist bar. A tourist.
Yeah.
So what did it sound like? I said
a tourist. I don't know.
Tourists, like astrology.
Yeah, that's what I
for May Babies only bar.
I don't know. Maybe on the east side of Nashville, they're doing weird shit. But
no,
I could see. And so you just bailed from Nashville after 3 years. I'm done with it.
Yeah, sort of. I went to work with the label.
Chased the label.
Yeah. And then they kind of shut down. So then at that point, I started a band, started playing full time, just kind of, started traveling around more, started figuring out how to lead a band. Because up until then, I'd only ever played solo, really. Playing with a band is a whole different dynamic.
And you did that out of Nashville?
No,
that's
she went
when
to
I'd
Kansas
come back
City.
to Kansas.
You came back to Americas.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, she
Well,
said
no,
Kansas City.
I was in the.
You know.
I was in a little town called Valley Falls at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've hopped around a lot. So
Yeah, hey, no,
yeah,
no
Nashville
worries.
to Valley Falls. Like an ex that I was dating in Nashville, him and I moved to Valley Falls together. I was working with the label. The label fell through. The ex moved out a little while later. I ended up moving towns a few more times, but I started a band, started playing full time, started traveling a lot more, and then was a couple years after that was able to go full time with music. I quit my last day job about 7 years ago. So
Nice.
That's awesome.
yeah.
So
It
you
worked out.
So do you still
sorta.
run the band? Do you still do all
Sorta,
the
yeah.
booking and touring for everything? That's
I do. I
Savanna
still
Chestnut?
self-manage. Still, I've had at some point a couple years ago, another label deal came along. There was another independent label that didn't work out either. So, yeah, I've been pretty much independent this whole time.
Yeah.
So did through both of these label trips that you've been through at this point, you still haven't done The Voice yet at this point. You've done these,
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
but
In between.
did you get to
That was
release?
in between.
Did you get to release any music between those two labels?
Yeah, I've released a ton of music independently. Yeah, I've had a back in Nashville. I recorded a demo, Trailer Park Queen. I was 19 at the time. A few years later, I did an album called Small Town Lies, which I've since taken off the internet. That was with that first little independent label. The production just wasn't the best, and I didn't want that to be stumbled upon and be the first impression that I made on people.
Fair enough. I mean, control your art.
Then I had another a few years later. Singles were in there too. Then the Stitches and Scar Prairie Fire album. Then Stitches and Scars album, and now here in a couple months I'm gonna get back in the studio again and do
You got a what's an album? What did we decide was an album? 10 songs, 9 songs. What's his? Where's the
EPs and albums are kind of
it was at 8, 9. It's an album.
Demos usually 4 to 5. EPs usually like 6 or 7. Full albums usually 10 to 12. That's what I've always been told.
Hey, this is a girl from Nashville. She knows some shit. I'm gonna take you. I ain't been there. I don't know shit.
I look at it like this, man. If I release a song and it doesn't hit, that was a demo version.
It sounds awesome.
But I've had a lot of demos.
You set us up on that one.
I think that was a demo version.
You set me up on that one.
I have like at least 30 demos out there.
Right? Yeah. So there you go. And when the right label comes around, they're going to pay the right money and we'll redo it the right way.
Well, now you don't need labels.
Maybe.
Now you don't need labels. Do it yourself.
It is true. It is true.
I mean, you get to a certain point, and then there is always going to be, for that mass production, you are going to maybe need record labels. But for a while, you can really own your own art and do a lot if you're willing to work your ass off onto the social media part of it.
I think there's a ton of work in that.
Fuck it is.
I think there is a ton of work in that.
There's a lot of us working really hard. The thing about labels that I've come to know is that, do you have to have one to be a successful artist making a living off music? Absolutely not. No. But past a certain level, like past a certain glass ceiling, you do kind of have to, only because it's very much a networking business. It's very much who you know and how much money you have. And at a certain point, nobody independently has enough money to have a number one hit or multiple number one hits, and they don't have the ability to be able to get into those big festivals and
book
stuff.
Those tours
because it's like you got to have an inside guy, and you're not going to do that independently.
So and like you guys know, because you guys know more than I do, but these record label people, they know the people that book the shows at these big arenas and these big festivals.
And what I think happens, okay,
have that insight on you.
Is I think that we all do our best here in the trenches. We create our bands, and if we have success with what we do, basically at the end of the day, we're a formalized LLC. Everybody's making some money. We're able to all go full time now. We're touring around. We might have sold 25,000 records last year.
Yeah.
You know, like we did all this independently. Now I think you're viable to the labels that hold all these cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And basically what happens is it's a business buyout.
It's the you build it, they will come.
Yeah. If you build a viable business, they come and take
it. They used to build you.
Yeah, now they want go to Nashville, sing in some bars. If the right person hears you at the right time, they might give you a chance. And they used to do development deals. They don't do those anymore.
Yeah, people don't even know Joe Rogan got on with a development deal.
Oh, the 360 deal. Explain that, because this is
now they do
labels
do 360 deals, and that's so. Used to be back in the day, from what I understand, labels only took a percentage of your album sales because they were taking you into the studio helping you record albums. Now they take a percentage of your touring, your merch, your albums,
Everything
your
you
streaming.
do.
And
Absolutely everything.
they
you do.
would want that money back in the day. They want the money back from your recording. That's the one that fucked a lot of business.
That's where they used to make it back, but now everybody just streams. They don't buy albums
that's not a thing
as
anymore.
much.
Yeah, there's.
So
I mean, even buying an
they're
iTunes
not
song's
making,
not a thing
they're
anymore.
trying to get back their investment, which is understandable. But they also don't do anything to help develop you now. They show up when you've already built your own kingdom.
That part.
And they go like, we want in. And they don't do it.
To the very end of the day, I know a lot of it is you got to kick some. At the very end of the day, I think nobody should be able to touch your fucking merch. For one.
Agreed. I agree with that, but you make the deals. Everybody, it's up to whatever artist wants to do what they want. I've had venues or festivals here and there once in a while try to take a percentage of my merch.
5% of your
and I
fucking
think
merch.
that's absolutely ridiculous.
Don't book a guys at venue.
Like
don't book an artist, and then try to charge them 5% for booth rent out of fucking for their merch. That is crazy
but that's a symptom of the system that we're talking about. This 360 deal that was never even conceived of 10 years ago.
And I know venue owners and people that own bars are struggling just like everybody else. Like people not to shows as much as they used to. People don't drink as much booze as they used to. So I know they're trying to get, but I don't know much, but I think anybody that creates content, don't fuck with their merch. That seems like the one thing that should be untouchable.
Don't nickel and dime them. You know what I mean? Like, leave me some way to make money here.
The thing about the music business is there's people trying to get a piece of your pie every single step of the way. For the lead act, for the singer songwriter, the person kind of at the front trying to kind of make a name, there's so many people who want to cut. There's a booking agent, a venue, there's your own, there's everybody wants something, and you're not making hardly anything, but what you are making, everybody wants some of that.
Yeah.
And some of them are entitled to it, but some of them kind of aren't. And there's just people around every corner wanting your money. So it's tough.
And there's not a lot of money to go around. We're talking about selling art. We're artists at the end of the day.
Like, I don't have any money.
I'm making pennies on the dollar when we look at anybody making.
Yeah. To live off of playing music for a living is definitely something I've had to make a lot of sacrifices for. I've had to be very strategic. Luckily for me, I grew up poor. I already know how to live off of very little.
You can budget.
But it doesn't work for everybody. And I will say, if I had kids and stuff, it probably wouldn't work out because it's
it's hard to limits travel and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So were you ever looked by an agent or a management company to?
I've worked with some agents here and there, nobody exclusively.
Really?
I think it's wise to not be exclusive with an agent. Booking agents have usually their own relationships with venues. The ones that I've encountered. Anyway. There are booking agents out there that work strictly with artists. But
most of them represent a handful of venues.
Exactly. And those shouldn't be asking you to be exclusive. But I've worked with some of those guys. I've tried some managers over the years. Nobody really worked out. I think I've also become a little bit too much of a control freak with my own stuff. You spend so long learning how to do all of this stuff by yourself, and it's all very complicated and specific and intricate that I'm too scared to let somebody else take it over and possibly
if you can handle it, I feel like you should do it yourself. I always feel like anything that you can do yourself, do it. And if it's a little bit outside of your expertise or whatever, then hire somebody to do it and make sure you trust them. But that's the hardest part.
And we're also looking at a industry that when your business makes it, that's when they come in. Right? They want to buy your business.
Exactly.
So if you have too many cooks in the kitchen already,
you
know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you hired this number 5 rated booking agent, and you have a number 6 rated maybe manager, like not the best, but it's what we got.
They'd probably tell you to get rid of half your team anyway.
Yeah, exactly right.
And I don't know. Maybe you would want to.
And then you start off your venture like an asshole, firing after.
Yeah, and I. Not that it's ever really actually come up, but if a big label ever did want to sign me and wanted me to get rid of certain band members, I would have to say no. Specifically about at least a couple. I mean, I've had other band members I don't know those band members, but I've had the same guitar player for like 7 years, and he's fantastic, and he's a good player too. It's not just like, he's my friend and he's okay at guitar. He's very good. Yeah. So if they were like, you can
here's
come
$10 million,
you can't take this guy.
$10 million.
I'd have to. I don't know.
See. ways to pay your friends.
There's a way to pay that. There's a way to pay that guy as a writer.
You're smart.
You know,
son of a bitch,
well, I'm just saying,
aren't you?
there's a way to pay that guy as a writer.
Exactly. I would never abandon.
Oh, but $10 million will make you
abandon
abandon some motherfuckers in a second.
I don't care that much about money in general. Like I said, I don't. It's never been about trying to strike it rich for me. It's always just been about I just want to share the music with as many people.
Well, but it's nice, like when you are in an art or content or in something that's outside of the normal 9 to 5. When you get fuck you money and get enough to where you can then have no barriers in your way, and you can kind of do whatever you want. I think it opens a lot of doors.
I'm sure it does,
but it's hard to. I wouldn't be able to abandon.
I
either.
Still have to sleep at night, and I
we can
just
still
am
make jokes
not
about it,
that
but I wouldn't be able to do it
preoccupied
either.
with money, you know.
So,
I just never have been.
So we were talking about how we got to The Voice, but I feel like once you're at The Voice, that focus does shift into how are we commercial.
A little.
I think there's people in there like, okay, now we're vocal coaching, we're training like different things. We're trying to make you as commercial as possible to succeed here.
What was that experience?
Doing
like?
a thing. Yeah. What was the Voice?
Did you just
Let's back up. So The Voice happened. I was living back around closer to home in Emporia at the time. It was 2020, and everything had kind of started to hit the fan. The Voice,
COVID, right there.
The Voice scouted me on Instagram, which I thought was weird because I don't really use Instagram that much. I'm not popular on Instagram by any stretch.
We're about the same, exactly the same. We do.
Yeah.
We suck
I
at
don't
Instagram
really
too.
like Instagram. And they asked me to be on the show. I thought it was a scam at first. It turned out not to be, obviously. But so we go through that process. It worked out well because I'd already had to cancel all my shows because of COVID for at least a few months. So they fly you out to California. You're sitting in a hotel for weeks singing the same 30 seconds of a song over and over again because you don't sing the full song on the show. You do like a quarter of a song.
But you already
judges.
knew what song
Did you get to
to
pick the song?
No, you have some say, but they basically tell you what you're going to sing. And if you hate it, you can kind of push back a little, you know, and be like, hey, I don't really.
Can you give me
but I
something
think
that
a lot of
actually
people
fits
are
me?
scared of getting kicked off. So they're
So
going to
don't
just
fight.
do whatever they're going to. Yeah.
I mean, you're kind
You
of.
don't really make those decisions as much. You can. You have some say, but.
Wow.
So
what did they get you song wise?
Well, they asked me to sing the same song they found me singing on Instagram, which was that cover of "Hold Me Now," the '80s song by the Thompson Twins that I had done a like country version of on my Instagram, and they wanted me to sing that, which is kind of funny because they give you this whole list of songs to choose from that you can sing at your blind audition, and then that song obviously wasn't on there, so I gave them like my choices from the list, and then they just sent back, "You're gonna sing this." Okay.
Well, sing the song. They basically said, sing the song that got you here.
Yeah, and that was fine with me. I was.
And they're saying, here's a couple weeks, rehearse it out.
Honestly, I mean, for you as an artist, I would almost rather do that. It's something that you already knew.
Yes.
So that's more.
And already had my own version of too.
So you're coming in with, you're loaded up.
I felt like I had a little bit of a leg up.
Yeah,
at least,
for
just
sure.
a little bit.
You're not seeing some shit that that was just handed to you on a list.
But
and you had your own version of it.
So like everybody they brought out was
good.
So talented, so good. They were.
That's got to be
so
intimidating
good.
As fuck.
It was. I had a lot of imposter syndrome because I don't think super highly of myself, and the whole time I'm like, I'm screwed. I don't know how I got here. There's no way I'm gonna make it onto onto any team. Like these people were above me.
I try to tell musicians and everybody else because everybody gets that imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
That everybody's thinking the same way when they hear you too. So remember that. So I mean, you're there too.
Maybe.
If you're there with these people that you think are some of the most talented people you've ever heard. Remember, you're there.
You're in that group.
Remember, you're there.
You're in that group.
I guess so.
So remember that you're there. So the people that were scouting the talent and those things,
they chose you.
They chose you too.
Part
so
of the talented people,
so.
And that's hard to eat. I mean, I'm telling you, it's hard. That imposter syndrome is one of the most realest shit there is.
It is. The thing about The Voice too, though, is that it's very much first and foremost a TV show. They're looking for well, yes, but they're looking for characters, not just talent.
And
they're
stories.
looking for characters, and they want people from all different backgrounds, from all different walks of life, every race, every gender, every sexuality. They want all the different things. They want to make it dynamic.
Yeah.
So over the years, when people tell me like, "Oh, I tried out for The Voice a few times," and they seem bummed, I'm like, it doesn't mean you're not good. I promise.
That's
it just means
that
whatever they were looking for that season wasn't exactly what I mean,
because these people couldn't produce you into a thing that fit their show.
well, and maybe
doesn't
they
negate your talent.
They maybe
You know.
could have, but they might have already had somebody too much like
Oh
you.
yeah.
Like they
even
had
that.
another blonde girl who sings
Oh, my
country or
God,
whatever.
Yeah.
Like it, you just don't know. It's so I tell them, do not take it personally, because doing the show, I realized it was very much about different characters and the dynamic of that.
I have
So,
friends that had their albums.
Is the voice the one where they turn around, right?
Yeah.
They're not facing you, right?
Right. No, I had friends that had their albums bought by record labels and shelved because they competed too hard with another record they were releasing.
I knew that happens. I knew it. Yeah.
How
it
horrible
does happen.
is that?
How
Just
sad would
shelving
it
the
be to think
music?
you were finally
shelving
getting
it.
your big
No.
break, and then
No.
they're like,
They-
actually, we're
they
gonna buy
sign
you
you.
and then put quiet you down so you don't compete with so
Well,
and so.
They
I would
sign
almost,
you
I would,
and
I
then
mean,
shelve
as butthurt as this I would be, I would rather them sign me, buy my music, and give it to that band than just shelve me.
Man, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
God, give me the residuals at least for my
It's
music.
either that or you're not a priority because you're not one of their big stars.
Yeah.
And they
I'll tell you the
some
story
labels
later. I
have
can't
huge
do it on the
rosters.
camera. But.
I can't wait to do that one.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, so how did the voice go for you? I didn't. That's not a show I watch. That's the one where they turn around, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
who was the
so
coaches your year?
The coaches my year were Blake Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Nick Jonas.
Cool.
And
So for
Blake
Nick
Shelton
Jonas.
turned around for me. He was the only turn. I was on what I found out later, all the producers were calling Death Day because
Death Day.
it was day number
Ooh,
2.
that's good.
Day number 1, they were really button happy, turning around for everybody. Day number 2, they were
They're
very
over
picky.
it. Yeah.
I didn't think he didn't turn around till like the last few seconds, and I thought I was done.
How fucking nerve-wracking was that performance?
It was scary.
Yeah.
It sucked because I thought the whole time I was like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to go. I'm prepared. I've been preparing
You've done
for
all
this
your
for
part.
years. I know I've had a lot of experience performing live. I'm doing it,
I know this song. We're good to go.
And they were asking me backstage, they kind of try to psych you out so they can get like good video clips. They're like, are you nervous? How are you feeling? What's going on in your mind right now? And I was like, I'm fine. I was just kind of reserved. I'm like, I'm good. And then as soon as I actually started singing, I was like, oh no, I'm not ready. So I was a little, it wasn't the performance I wanted to have, but luckily.
How long did it take you? I feel like in those high stress situations, everyone's gonna take so into the song. I always see, you even see when you watch those shows, American Idol. I grew up watching that one. Like it takes like 10 to 15 seconds before you find your groove because you're nervous.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
you can see
especially
I've seen
when
their
you're
hands
nervous.
shaking and shit.
Well,
like
when
people
you're nervous, your breath is unstable. It's all kind of in your gut where you're singing from, and if you're nervous, you're shaky.
Yeah,
and so,
I mean, you can see it playing out after a few minutes or after a minute or so. People
and most voice contestants are, and it's not fair. You see all these keyboard critics online, and they're like, little off key, blah blah blah, and I'm like, if you were in our shoes and you were performing for, first of all, 4 celebrities,
right,
and then also
performing for your life,
and then also knowing that everybody you've ever known in your entire fucking life
is
is going to be
watching
watching this,
DVRing it,
either hoping that you go forward or hoping for you to fail. Like,
and
it's
fuck
just,
those dudes that hope for you to
it's
fail.
very intimidating knowing
that guy.
that you're going to be judged a lot off of it.
And you get one shot kind of at it.
Yeah,
there's
it's
not
one,
like-
and again, it's not even a full song you get. It's like 30 seconds of a song.
Really?
So you're not even singing a full song. You don't.
Did
even
you
get
go out guitar
chance. Yeah.
blazing? So you played guitar?
I played my guitar. Yeah.
Nice. Did that help comfort-wise, I'm sure?
Yes and no. I'm not.
It
that
gives
good
you
a
something to
guitar
do with your
player,
hands.
So I was like, yeah,
it gives you something to do with your hands.
Well, and I was doing
at least you're not like
song,
at least you're not like fucking
Ricky
Talladega.
Bobby out
Ricky
there.
Bobby in it. I don't know what to do.
Well, and it was a slow song too, so like I wouldn't have been able to do much dance wise.
So how far did you make it in this? I didn't do my research.
I just
on
made it.
the
So
voice.
I did the
don't know
battle
why.
rounds with my friend Pete Morose, and he won the battle. So I was out after the second episode that I did. But
Nice. So what?
But it's okay.
So when you are voted off the show or however that goes, do you get to be a part of it and watch it?
No,
Like,
they send your ass home as
You're
quick
gone?
as possible.
here's a fucking sandwich and
But
bye.
They
Hey,
sent me home like 6 a.m. the next morning. I was gone.
But I honestly think that there is so much benefit from just being on that national stage.
Really, even
I
just
mean-
being on one episode is all you need, because
Well,
most
I'm
people
saying,
just watch
right?
the blinds and then check out. The Voice is one of those where it's really good exposure for the season that you're
I
on,
think
but then
so.
after that, it very much drops off. So you don't need to
They
worry
haven't created
so
a lot
much
of.
about,
They haven't created a ton of like long-lasting artist hits.
No,
It's really more the show's more popular than any of the people.
They
that are
haven't
on.
produced one star in their entire
Yeah,
No.
that part.
30 seasons.
American
They've
Idol
not
does.
one star.
American Idol.
Not
does.
since the early 2000s, though, dude. Like the
Yeah.
first
What's the last
2
big
or 3
American Idol
seasons
star?
of American Idol had
I want
stars.
I
but
want
not
to say
the last
Daughtry,
15
and he didn't
years.
even win.
It's been like 15 years since American Idol produced a star. Because it shifted to being more about the celebrity judges than the contestants.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
We are steadily taking talent
What about
and
Zach
making it
Lambert?
less important.
What about with Zach Lambert?
Who?
Zach Lambert?
Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert.
So
I
you
was
don't
like,
even
who?
know his name. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say.
He's the best singer ever
That's
on
what-
that damn show.
I mean, he's
I
great,
thought that
but
guy
that
was
was,
great.
again, early 2000s, was it
Well,
not?
was it that long
That's
ago?
what I mean, yeah.
He got to tour with
Yeah,
Queen. Though.
2008.
That
He
motherfucker
still
got to
does.
tour
He
with
still
Queen.
does.
Yeah, in 2008. It's
Yeah, it's been-
2026 right now.
Right.
Shit, it's been that long. So none of these,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. That's a little bit of a mindfuck. You're right that none of these shows really produce any.
They don't anymore. And I knew
It
that going
is-
in. I was prepared for
yeah.
that.
Damn, The Voice ain't got one.
It is production, and it is that thing.
Is
And
there a person from The Voice that actually has an album? Do they make albums or do
We
they
all
just
have
flop?
albums. All of us put out albums just like everybody. I mean, I've put
So-
out multiple albums.
So
It's just-
so we had
talking
Jalen
about
Johnston.
winners.
We had Jalen Johnston on the show. He came in second,
Oh, Jalen. Yeah.
and I don't see Jalen doing.
He came in second on the show.
Yeah, he did. He actually did. He came
Fantastic
in second on
talent.
the
But
show.
yeah, the show
It was
is
amazing.
It's
more
good
the show,
exposure
you're
and
right.
it's a stepping stone, but
It's
that's
a
it.
stepping stone.
That's it.
What
though.
can we do with it? You
That's
know,
it.
I think that's part of the trick.
I even told the other contestants when I was on, I was like, you guys, after this ends, when you go home, book as many shows as you can, try to get as much money out of it as you can,
Right.
release some songs as
Yeah.
quickly as possible.
Strike while the iron's
Within
hot.
the because they have you sign all kinds of crap. You're not supposed to release music within a certain amount of time of being on the
Yeah.
show. You're not supposed to do interviews without
Yeah,
their
they have non-disclosure
say
agreements.
so. You're not supposed to do blah blah blah. They don't really pay that close of attention to it. It turns out.
Oh,
I
enough.
thought they'd be watching me like a hawk, so I was careful, but they weren't. And in hindsight, I could have gotten away with so much more.
Yeah. But you were trying to be good. You're
I
trying
was
to
trying
honor
to
your
follow
contracts.
the rules. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, fuck them.
So
But yeah, like I told everybody, I'm like, ride this wave as best you can. It's gonna drop off pretty fast. Just get what you can out of it.
Yeah.
Be
Smart
prepared.
advice,
Be
smart
ready.
advice.
and let's talk about what you've done after that. You are starting to try to do the Heartland Music Awards.
Yes.
Let's talk about this a little bit
Yeah.
because I think it's a super cool thing.
Thank you.
We've been talking about award shows doing a thing. We had a very similar
We got. Well, we'll tell you about
concept
more.
and idea.
We'll tell you more
Not-
about it offline. When
Yeah,
we-
yeah.
Okay.
not-
Yeah.
It's not right along your train of thought, but yeah, we don't have an award show, and you're trying to do a really cool thing.
Yeah.
You're trying to do it musician votes
Yeah.
based.
Yeah,
Right?
you
There's-
explain it.
Yeah.
It's such a vast network that we have. There's so many
It is.
musicians
It is.
that people don't know about that are around like Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and even farther out than that. We all tour a lot regionally. Not everybody's a big name, but we're all in the same circuit. We work hard. We know each other.
Yeah.
We care about each other. And not only is there not an award show in our area for our artists, like Nashville has theirs, Texas has theirs. And Texas is kind of cliquey about theirs a lot of the
Of
time.
course, yeah.
So trying to be a Kansas artist going to Texas, I've tried that. It doesn't really work.
Yep.
And then Nashville, you have to be very big time.
Yeah.
For those of us in the heartland, there's not a lot. So I thought there should be an award show. And then I thought past that, there's always these weird, mysterious boards behind everything.
Isn't that
There's
funny?
like
Yeah.
you go to an award show or you watch an award show, and I've even been nominated for one or two before, but you don't understand who's picking the winners and why.
Well,
You don't
and-
have
Yeah,
any.
What's
there's
the
no-
criteria?
Well,
What
and
a
what
lot-
is happening?
And a
You're like,
lot of
why
them,
and when?
a lot of them, Savannah, are a goddamn pyramid scheme. They're if you want to get nominated, they
Yeah.
nominate you, and if you want to be a part of the promotion and be eligible to receive the nomination or receive the award, you have to pay like $500 to be a part of it.
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot of
ridiculous.
that.
There's a bunch of that goes around.
That's local. There's some local.
They
stuff
do.
like that.
There's.
Sure.
I'm not Kansas best. You know what you're doing. Kansas, Wichita, whatever.
See you, bitches.
Whatever the fuck. We know.
Um,
We know
Got
you
you,
got. We
got
know
you.
you got that fake ass award show.
anyway, so
Anyway,
with this
anyway.
one, so with this one, I decided let's just do musician votes and nominations only. Let's have it be just only artists determining who's nominated for awards and who wins the award.
How do you keep them
I
from not
love the
voting for
concept.
themselves?
Well,
Well,
they're going to.
they're allowed to vote. They're allowed to
Yeah.
vote for themselves. But on the nomination form, as required fields on the website, I have like, what is your name and are you a musician or not?
Right.
So
Have you set up categories and nominees and all that stuff yet, or where you at?
Oh
on
yeah,
that?
it's up and running. I have the only thing, and I don't know if this is deterring people or not. I did put a $10 fee on the nomination form. One, to scare off some of the people who like aren't that serious about music.
Right.
$10
And
is
two,
very
just
nothing.
because a lot of this is going to be funded out of my own pocket for the first year,
For real.
and I am trying to get as much help as I can to not have to spend thousands and thousands of my own money.
Are you trying to have
I'm
it-
willing to, but I don't want to. So
I love the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. I think musicians, we all kind of cohabitate.
we know,
And we kind of all talk to each other.
we
And
know each other. We know
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
working hard.
And-
We know who's
And
got the
even if
talent.
I'm not in your genre or your scene, I probably know you.
I still,
You
I
know?
still
Or you
know.
pass
I still
through the
heard
same
names.
venues.
Yeah.
You deal with the same.
I
same
know.
talk
weird
and we-
managers.
I know
do
who
it.
works their ass off. I
Yeah.
know who can sing like no other. Like
Yeah.
we all know that.
Yeah.
So,
So I really like where you're going with that. Having musicians pick their peers that they think are really working hard
yeah,
for this and making it happen.
Is it event based? Are you going to have like a?
it is going to be event based. I don't really want it to be show based. I don't want to have the egos of performances going on that night. I'd rather it be more of a networking appreciation for each other kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go yet, but we also have awards for sound guys. We have a juniors
Oh,
award
fuck those
for
guys.
Their
Those
ponytails.
Some of them, yeah.
and-
fuck those
Those
sound guys.
grumpy Sunday
No,
guys.
some of
Grumpy
them,
guys.
but some of them are awesome, dude.
They are great.
Some
actually.
of them are cool.
All
So
jokes
we got
aside,
sound guys.
all jokes aside,
Yeah.
the staff at places makes the staff makes the
Yes.
places.
Some
When you
guys
go
are
when you
really
go to
wrong.
when you go to a place that has great waitresses, great managers, great sound guys, I mean it changes everything.
We've all got our
So-
favorite sound guys.
So how do we find your categories and vote on them?
Heartlandmusicawards.com.
Love
I
it.
got it up and running.
Nice.
It's ready to go. The nominations form is there. You have to pay the little $10 fee to submit, but yeah, it's up. It's ready.
So you
If
get
you're
to
a
vote.
musician, you can do it.
Super cool.
If you're just a random ass dude, you can vote on it too.
Not on. No, you cannot.
So you're out.
Yeah, if you're not.
So
a
to the regular
musician,
public, you're out.
yes.
So
you have to be.
so you got to vet
a
yourself. You got to
musician of some
say
sort,
this is
so
who
it's
I
what
am.
it is.
Nice. I like this. This
All right,
looks more of
all
an
right,
exclusive
all
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Definitely for sure. So where are we at with your music right now? Let's get that out before we get to the end of this.
Do you have anything coming out?
Yeah, what's going
Yeah.
on with Savanna Chestnut coming out?
I am going to be releasing a duet here pretty soon with my buddy Dallas Pryor. It's a song that I
Oh,
wrote
I love Dallas.
like
Yeah,
10
great.
years ago. I wrote this song called Same Beer, Different Day. And I just never put it on an album. It didn't feel like it was exciting enough or really fit into the themes of past albums. So this one I thought, well, how did Dallas come on this? Because it's very much kind of a honky tonk song.
Yeah.
And so Dallas is singing with me on it. We're going to drop that here soon. And then after that, I'll be working on a new,
Kind of whole
probably
new album you
EP,
said.
6 or 7 songs.
Nice.
With your band, the Field Hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So give everybody a shout out in the field hands. Who is that include right now?
So right now we have Casey Daly, who's been playing guitar with me for the last 6 or 7 years now, I believe. He'll yell at me if I got that wrong. I
Yeah,
think
he's the
it
one
was-
with-
I
he's
think
the one
it's
we
been
were-
6,
we-
7. Might
we-
be in our 7th year.
We're not getting rid of
Yeah,
for
we
$10
keep
million
we keep
bucks.
Casey. I hate
Your
him.
job is safe.
I hate
Casey.
him. He
You're
pisses
good.
me off. but I
$11 million.
also love
She
him.
might think about it though.
He's like a
Mm.
brother. So we got Casey, and then we've got Justin Jones out of Nebraska on guitar. He also plays with Lloyd McCarter's band. Really awesome, very old school.
Justin
honky-tonk
Jones
kind
is
of
a
band.
pretty good name.
He's
Nice.
That
awesome.
was a great.
He's a great guy. And then Kevin Foster out of Oklahoma. He's a utility player, plays pretty much everything. Also amazing. He played with the Damn Quails when he was very young.
So what is he playing in your band?
Yeah. He plays bass in my band. Sometimes he plays fiddle with me.
All right. So we get a little fiddle in this.
He's a badass too. So
and
that's
you
my little
and
four
you
piece
got
right
a
now.
fiddle? You play too? A little fiddle?
No, I wish.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
you know the difference between a fiddle and a violin?
Nothing. Same.
All right, so a
the music
violin-
you're playing. The
a-
music you're playing.
A violin has strings, and a fiddle has strings.
Oh, okay.
That's
I thought this was music you're playing. I
Yeah.
thought you had
That's
more.
all. No, that's all
I
it
thought,
is.
I thought there was more to it.
Nope, strings.
That was the
versus strings.
shallowest, in-depth thing I've ever.
I know. I was like, you didn't get the 20. I wasn't gonna call you out on it.
I thought there's. Here comes some deep thing from Aaron.
Nope,
Nope.
Nope.
Shallow as
not
a-
happening. No, you're good.
So, do we get through all of the band members? Do we all feel like we
Yeah,
have?
that's all of them at the moment. Yeah.
Nice. Who's the drummer in this?
Justin Jones,
Justin Jones. Are we
the
saying?
Nebraska guy.
He's got
All
a
right,
good
nice.
name. Good
So,
name,
and
good
it's
name
you
behind
got.
it.
It's nice that you have a bunch of people from all about the states.
I do. We're all
Does it make it
Kansas,
tough?
Nebraska,
Does it make it
Oklahoma.
tough to meet up sometimes?
It does. Yeah.
Scheduling, I'm
It
sure it
does.
makes it a little bit tough.
Yeah.
So when is the next show for that coming up? When do we get to see Savanna Chestnut coming up?
We're gonna be at Gillies in Park City.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
We love Gillies.
I love
Gillies.
those guys.
Gillies. Shout
Pretty
out to
soon.
Joanna and fucking Brian over there at Gillies. Even a couple of our friends, Trevor, Skin and Scar work over there, and a couple other people. So shout out to Gillies. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else?
End of April. It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday night. End of April.
Nice.
That's when we're gonna be there.
So follow.
Yeah.
What's all your Instagram? What Instagram and
You have
That's
social
the one
media,
knowing-
website,
Yeah.
anything?
What's
like
your
that?
most
You wanna pepper
popular
quick
one?
at the
I'm
end?
fairly active on both TikTok and Facebook.
Okay.
Not as much on
Me-
Instagram. I'm
yeah, weird.
Savanna Chestnut on all of them. The Facebook band page is Savanna Chestnut and the Field Hands. And then my website is savannahchestnutcountry.com. Also, there's heartlandmusicawards.com.
And where's the best
That's
place?
most of it.
Where's
yeah.
the best place to find all of your old music? Spotify.
Yep, Spotify, YouTube, any streaming service as well.
Do you have any? You have a couple.
Awesome.
You have a couple music videos as well, don't right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, she's got a lot of music out there, guys. Check out everything she's got going on, and also that show coming up at Gillies. If you haven't been out to Gillies, it's a really awesome venue, really cool place. So get with all that going on too. As
And
well.
if you're a musician, please check into the Heartland Music Awards.
Yeah,
I love.
Sounds
what
like
she's-
I'm out.
I love what she's
Cody,
doing
we're out.
Thank you.
about musician based voting. I get it.
Yeah.
I can't get 4 musicians to a rehearsal on the same day.
I know. It's a struggle.
I'm hoping that you can get a couple musicians to tag in here. I'm hoping
Fingers
so.
crossed. I need them to.
Yeah.
I need them to put the effort in.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on the
Cheers,
show.
guys.
It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure.